I have to apologize.
Live broadcasting can be both a blessing and a curse. While you're able to quickly deliver information to your audience, there's no turning back on anything that's said or done. Given the unpredictability of live shows, they often feature some pretty crazy moments.
That was a greatest night in the history of television. Okay.
Welcome to The Rewind. Today, we'll be counting down the top 10 craziest moments caught on live television. Number 10. The Max Headroom signal hijacking. Kicking off our list, we have an incident that's not only bizarre, but also mysterious. On the night of November 22nd, 1987, home viewers of WGN-TV were left in complete and utter shock when all of a sudden their screens turned black and within seconds, a video of a person wearing a creepy Max Headroom mask began playing. The mask-wearing individual was moving so erratically that it looked like something out of a horror movie. Strangely enough, the culprit was able to successfully hijack another channel, as this incident also happened on WTTW during an airing of Doctor Who.
The wacky and at times perverse TV surprise came shortly after 11 o'clock, lasting about a minute and a half.
Number 9. Will Smith punches Chris Rock.
Oh, wow. Wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
A moment that made headlines the minute it happened. It's safe to say that no one who tuned in to watch the 2022 Oscar Awards was expecting to see some real-life action that night. It all started when Chris Rock thought it'd be funny to take a jab at Will's wife, Jada Smith, and make fun of her hair. Unbeknownst to Rock, Jada suffers from alopecia, and Will didn't take the joke lightly. In an attempt to stand up for his wife, Smith got up on stage and slapped Rock in the face. The altercation between the two was so unexpected that people actually thought that it was staged. No one knew how to react.
It was a G.I. Jane joke.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth!
I'm going to, okay?
Number 8. The Space Shuttle Challenger disaster.
1 minute 15 seconds. Velocity 2,900 feet per second. Altitude 9 nautical miles. Downrange distance 7 nautical miles.
On January 28, 1986, people from across the world were glued to their TV screens to watch the televised launch of the Space Shuttle Challenger. On board were 7 crew members, including a school teacher who had been selected from more than 11,000 applicants to join the mission and become the first teacher in space. Exactly 73 seconds after launch, everything took a tragic turn when Challenger suddenly exploded and was engulfed in flames, instantly killing all of its passengers.
Obviously a major malfunction.
Major malfunction.
We have no downlink.
Number 7. Wendy Williams fainting. Given that Wendy Williams is known for her dramatic behavior, the majority of her audience thought that it was merely a stunt when Williams passed out during her show's Halloween episode. Williams was sporting a Statue of Liberty costume at the time, so people didn't think twice as they watched her stumbling back before dropping to the floor. The frightening moment was cut short by a commercial break, which was apparently all Williams needed to bounce back.
I want to thank Jerry O'Connell and Dave and Mrs. Juice. Is that the end of the show? Was I passed out that long? No.
Number 6. Balloon Boy hoax.
A little boy caught in a runaway balloon.
He just touched the ground.
Even when it turned out Falcon Heaney was never airborne and was hiding at home all that time.
On October 15, 2009, a Colorado couple called the police and several media stations with news that their 6-year-old son Falcon was trapped inside a homemade helium-filled balloon. The shocking revelation garnered attention worldwide as people were eager to find out how they were going to save the young boy. Media stations started broadcasting the flying balloon as it flew thousands of feet into the air. The balloon finally came down after a short while, but much to everyone's shock, Falcon was nowhere to be found. People were starting to think that he might have fallen from the balloon while it was up in the air. But then Falcon emerged from his hiding place in the garage as if nothing had happened. What's even more mind-boggling is that the family was later invited to appear on The Larry King Show for an interview, and when Falcon was asked about the entire situation, he confessed that the family had orchestrated the stunt for attention.
But I am glad to hear Falcon is doing well. I mean, he was the victim, really.
Yeah, you really can't blame the little boy, but the parents, different story.
Different story.
You can have some thoughts on them. Yes.
Number 5. Steve Harvey Miss Universe Mix-Up.
The first runner-up is Colombia.
We can't even begin to imagine what it must feel like to find out that you're the winner of one of the world's biggest competitions, only to quickly discover that it was actually a mistake. During the 2015 Miss Universe pageant, host Steve Harvey announced that Miss Colombia, Adriana Gutierrez, was the winner. As it turns out, Gutierrez was actually the first runner-up, and Pia Alonso Werschbach, aka Miss Philippines, was actually the winner. Harvey soon realized his grave mistake and announced the true winner of the pageant.
Horrible mistake, but the right thing, I can show it to you right here. The first runner-up is Colombia. It is my mistake.
Number 4. Baby interrupting BBC interview.
And what will it mean for the wider region? I think one of your children has just walked in. I mean, shifting sands in the region. Do you think relations with the North may change?
Perhaps one of the most viral moments of 2017, political analyst Robert Kelly was doing a live interview for BBC News when his young daughter decided to sneak into his office and make an appearance during the rather serious interview. She was soon followed by her 1-year-old brother, who was strolling around in a rolling chair before their mother barged in an attempt to gracefully take the kids outside of the room.
She tries to stay low like we won't see her. She stays as low as she can. But we see her, we see a lot of her.
Number 3. Millie Vanilli lip sync scandal.
Girl, you know it's 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 girl, you know it's.
One of the biggest scandals in the history of music, Millie Vanilli's lip sync reveal during their live MTV concert was a moment that single-handedly destroyed their entire career, just like that. The former R&B duo was lip-syncing their popular song, Girl, You Know It's True, when the track got jammed. As the audience began to realize what was happening, the duo attempted to remedy the situation by actually singing, but quickly ran off stage. We soon came to learn that not only was Millie Vanilli lip-syncing during their performances, but they didn't even sing a single track on their album.
After their rise to grace, Frank, the mastermind behind Millie Vanilli, finally admitted that Plytus and Morvan did not sing any of the Millie Vanilli records.
Number 2. Super Bowl halftime controversy. Speaking of career-wrecking moments, the 2004 Super Bowl halftime show has remained one of the most talked-about moments even decades later. Singers Justin Timberlake and Janet Jackson were supposed to perform their duet song Rock Your Body. While the entire performance was packed with very suggestive moves from both artists, the final line of the song is what brought about the controversy that still plagues Jackson to this day. As Timberlake was singing, he ripped a part of Jackson's costume off of her body, exposing her to the crowd as well as the 145 million viewers at home. And number 1, Madonna and Brittany kiss. The 2003 MTV Video Music Awards featured one of the most iconic live TV moments ever. A moment that featured Madonna, Christina Aguilera, and Britney Spears. During their performance, in which Madonna was portraying a groom while Aguilera and Spears were the brides, Madonna locked lips with Spears as the crowd cheered on, before doing the same to Aguilera. Almost 2 decades later, Britney and Madonna decided to recreate the iconic moment at Spears' own wedding.
Britney surprised guests and us by laying one on Madge. As fans recall, the two pop queens first locked lips on stage alongside Christina Aguilera.
What did you think of our list? Before you leave, don't forget to give this video a like and leave your thoughts in the comments below. Check out these other videos from The Rewind, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss another video again.